Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This episode I think is going to be called Glue Watch 2023 Day 1. I need a piece of paper here. Day 1. So I do not yet have my glue. I think in the last video I talked about needing more glue, and until I get said glue, I really don't feel like moving forward on my coffee journal. So I am going to say this about that. Not Michelle, Kirsten at Quirky Queens Journals is making a beautiful jelly plate junk journal, and she's using all of her papers and tissues and labels. And today, while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with myself, I'm going to pull all this over because it's really noisy. So I have got some more watercolors that are doodles. These are just watercolors that are pre-doodle. I have some tissue paper that has been jelly plated, and this has got a bird on it. This is old work. This is also old work. This is another page. It is the Braille roll-off. This is I think this is boiled book stuff that I was doing that I just kind of grabbed and did something, brought it along for the ride, shall we say. This, and is there another one? No, maybe it's in the kitchen, I'm not sure. This is Avery Label, and it is jelly plated. This one turned out really nicely, I think. I need to do probably some inking, some permanent inking, maybe with a script or with a design. We'll see what we get. Certainly we can cut it into strips and use it as washi. This is a far more subtle version. Oh, here. This is the one. This is the one that turned out best. And we can cut this out if we want. We can have a whole panel of sticker if we want. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different sections, because that's the size of my jelly plate. I've got stickers, and then I did some more stickers. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's put the stickers to the side for the minute and get rid of all the paper and the tissue. So this is another piece of tissue that I did. Yep, this is more tissue. I like how that turned out. That was, so I pulled off the labels. I have labels that are this size, and then I quickly put the tissue on top, so it pulled up the spaces and gave the negative space for all of the labels. And this was placed on top of the labels, and there was these spaces, and it just allowed me to press down evenly on the jelly plate to get a good imprint. Roll off page, roll off page, roll off page, roll off page. You get the idea. This is some paper that I got on my travels, and a little bit of ribbon to go with. More tissue paper. One of the little things came off. That's all right. And this is just one side. Oh, crisis. Well, we'll flip it over, and we'll use that side to then do a label review. So these are the small little labels, and these are the address labels. And do I have any? I don't know. I can't tell. This might be these or not. I'm not sure. I'm not very good at choosing the right colors to make the jelly prints work. So a lot of it is just making it up as I go along. Here's another set of colors. I like the way this one turned out. This is the address label, the 2" by 4", and you can cut them in half, I think, really nicely. And these are also pretty fun. So I like those. Then there's that, which might have gone along with this. And it wasn't very well done, but there is, you know, if we want a light blue hole reinforcer, we've got that sorted. And this was my first one and possibly the best in terms of contrasting colors, which was kind of fun. Anyway, so that's what we got for labels. We've got the tissue, all that stuff. So we are good for making a journal, a fun journal. So, Kirsten does jelly plating, and she is doing a catch as catch can using her supplies, just making a really, really scrumptious journal. Robin McClendon at Robin McClendon has something on her channel called a jelly junkadori art journal. And so she's using jelly plating to do the same kind of scrappy, scrumptious art journal, and she calls it junkadori. So the word junkadori that Kirsten and I use comes from Robin. I was watching one of her channels, one of her videos just before I came on, and she used the phrase, she would love her art journals to be a cabinet of curiosities. My heart just sang when I heard that, because that invokes such a specific feeling without a specific items. It's a cabinet of curiosities, whatever that means to you. So I love that phrase. It's just really superb. So we will see if we can do that. So I am just gonna unashamedly copy what Kirsten did in methods and styles, I guess. So she used basically a paper bag. This one comes from Value Village. And step one was to, okay, wow, this is how things go off the rails so quickly. I need to understand distance. 8 inches, so this is, I take that off. Yeah, that's all right. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to do that, sorry. So this should be all right. Okay, there we are. Oh my goodness sakes. A 100 plies. Whoa. Okay, so that was a lot of effort. And then we do this end. And maybe what I should do is stand up. Or take some of the, let's take some of the plies out, shall we? Let's do that. So, what I want to do is just get rid of that little thumb hole thing. There. And then unfold it here, crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. There we are. Get rid of that. now we have a base. And let's see, what did Kirsten do next? Hard to craft. I know. So she wanted to do a three-way folded double signature thingy. And that would be the technical term. I'm looking, so I might jiggle you a bit. I'm sorry, I'm just getting my bone folder. Sorry. There you are. There you are. So, practically done. There we are. So, what she did was she had, this is a front cover, and then we have a signature here, and then we have a back cover, and then we have a signature here. That is the plan. So, step one, step numero un, is to do some collage work using all of the stuff that we have here. The stickers, the tissue, this is the ribbon, the paper, and the paper. And this should not, how do I say this? Should not take thought, or should not use thought too much anyways. So that it's just, you just do whatever you want, you do whatever. I gotta take these labels and put them somewhere so they're not, see, these are the two that I want. I want this one. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. This is what I want to do. What I would love to do. This is what, to me, would signal we are just having a good old time and not precious about it. I love this. I really do. And I'm gonna just take this big square-ish, sort of. There we are, that's your problem. Yes, I could keep stuff. I totally could. Whoops, that didn't work. Oh, it won't work either. Am I gonna have to tear this? Oh, well. There. We are going to lead off with this piece of sticker, which is one of the most yummy stickers I have ever used in my entire life. Which way do I want to do it? I want to do it this way. And I'm just going to put it in the mid. I'll do it at the top. Yes. And it's almost perfectly the right size. Ta-da! Oh. I didn't get all the paper off. There we are. Well, there's your problem. And just sort of peel that over that way. There we are. That was immensely satisfying. So let's carry on. Let's try cutting one, because I think the cutting is going to be a hair easier to do. I could do that. Sure. Why not? Here. Oh, I do love this steampunky bit. Possibly shouldn't have done that, but that's what I've done. And by that, oh dear. Oh no, we're okay. And we're going to do that. Just like that. Peel that over. And then we're going to put this somewhere. I didn't think I was going to go straight in with the stickers, to be perfectly honest. But there we are. Ta-da! Okay, so these are papers. Paper, tissue. These would make great labels as well. Let's do some tissue. Do some tissue that's tissued. This is a little not done, if you know what I mean. There's just too much white. But this piece here I think is pretty good. Oops. Uh-oh. Well, that's not great. I just failed to stick it down. I might need glue. Where was I? Glue, so let's put some down. It's going to be about there. I'm just going to do a little bit of an overhang so that can then, oh, I shouldn't do that because it's full of glue. Oh well. Oops. There. Yes, we should probably do a little bit of a something. Well, let's do a little bit of a something then. Oh! There we are. Oh, I need a glue book. Where's the book? Oh, stars and garters. I have such a mess. And I keep thinking to myself, you should clean it up. But the second I clean it up, I think, oh, this is a great space to work. And then I work. And then it gets all messy again. So I think I'm resigned to the fact that the method is actually clean. I'll just cut that off a bit there. better? Does that look better? That looks better. I am resigned to the cycle. The circle of craft life, of clean and rinse, repeat. Clean, make messy, and rinse, repeat. Kirsten also had stamped book pages, or jelly book pages, of which I don't think I have any. More's the pity, I suppose. Do I have anything? Oh, like seriously. So here is some more. Sad. What's down here? Some more paper, some more stickers, and that's paper. We can do a little something something. I think we can probably do that. And so we'll tear it down this way. Oh, good, and we're on the paper grain. There we are. Take a little bit of that off. Oof, not neat at all. I'm sure everybody has seen the video of a small little, is it a rabbit or a canary? It must be a rabbit. Anyways, the owner is opening an envelope, and the owner is just holding it out for the rabbit, and if this glue stick is the rabbit's mouth, it is basically going chomp, 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 chomp. That's what this feels like, with about the same level of loveliness. I'm going to take it off there. Measure again, right there. Oops, oh dear. What a mess. Yuck. There, and I just want to make sure that this will go all the way over, and so will this, because tissue paper does not appreciate being stuck and then brought back up. Does not. Not a fan. There we are. And I want one of these. Kind of want it right over. Yes. Overlapping. Oh, we're back at the front. That's fun. There we are. What is the size of this? It is about 6 by 7.5, kind of squarish. But Kirsten did this. She like created this, fan. But it's starting to feel, I'm going to have to do something to make sure that I remember that this is the top. What can I do? There we are. That's my international symbol for top. Okay. Oh, look at this. Not the least bit decorated. Oh. How will this, oh, yes. So this is going to be the whole thing. I can let it just hang out in the end. I would really love to iron this paper, but that would be giving in to a desire that will have literally no benefit. Okay, and then birdie bird goes on kind of like, uh-oh, that. How far did we get over? Okay, well, not bad. There's not neat, but it's not supposed to be, I don't think. It would totally have been great had I done that first. I wonder if I can peel it. No, I can't because I folded it over that side. Oh dear. Hang on. Oh, you can. Okay, wait. Yes. Okay. This is where all of our deconstruction skills come in handy. We've been so used to deconstructing everybody else's manufactured books and whatnot that when we have to do the same thing with our own, we're not so bad at it. Look at that. A proper peel back. Come on, all the way over. There we are. And this is just got no stick left in it. And once again, we fold over. That may not last forever, but there we are. Oh, isn't that yummy? I need to tear off. Oops. I don't think it is necessary at all to have jelly plated materials. You can do this with watercolored crayons, bought paper, scrap paper, magazine paper. It doesn't matter. Oops. Now I will know that this is right side up. Oh, this is coming. These stickers are not very good stickers. That's okay. I mean, they're not sticky stickers. And I'm also abusing the heck out of them at the moment. Oh, here's another piece of paper I didn't peel. Just so excited to use them. The other tissue I have is feathers. So bird. Can I do feathers? Let's do these feathers. I'm also on the grain. Oh, trying not to ruin it, and I'm ruining it. There we are. There. And my scissors. I'm just gonna cut it. Nope, goes up. There, up, up, up. Like that. Okay. Oh, phooey. Well, it's going to be stuck now in a minute anyways. There we are. Here. Yes. Wow, you can get really disoriented with two different ways of that. Now, I tried to say that little feather. Well, you know what? It's still not bad. Or you can put them, oops, come on. That's better. Just want it to cover that white blob in the middle. There we are. What else is fun? So we need to do something with that. So one of the things that I think I'm going to do a little differently is Kirsten kept this integrity. So she only bound using this edge and this edge. And I think I'm going to bind through both so that it's like this. But I think what I want to do that she is doing is make these into large pockets, which means the bottom can be sealed either by paper or by sewing. Sewing might be fun. I might just like whiz it all through the machine. Or hand sew it. Hand sewing it might be fun. Or not. Might be a little bit too much work. So these tissues are now disappointing in their blandness. There isn't enough color and interest in them. Oh! I spy with my little eye something that's National Geographic. Ha ha ha. Okay, I'll be right back. Need a paper towel. And that comes off. And this does as well. Okay, I'm working up a sweat here. Let's just tear off the piece I want to use. There. Put that aside. For the mow, I'm gonna have a drink of water. I feel like this is still under burnished. This is the side that I want up. There. I kind of want to do that. And, oops, if oh, that's actually a better spot for it. Never mind, as you were. I like that. I don't trust this with regular glue. You know what? Let's just do this. Let's just do this. Sorry about that. I forgot to say I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So this is a soft gel mat from somewhere. Golden Artist's color. I don't know, maybe. On everything that I buy, I try to have the discipline of putting a date of when I bought it so that I know how long I've had it, because not everything stays, some of it ages. Here, dear. Oh, bin. Okay, that side. Oops, Daisy. Okay, good enough. Wow! There we are. And I feel like this needs just and I'm going to mess it up. I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to be able to do anything now because this is a wet surface. So that might be a good place for us to stop for the moment. And I will consider my next steps. There we are. Okay, good enough. And glue top, glue top. Here. And I'm just messing around. That edge, I don't know that I got the edges particularly well. At all? Maybe this really doesn't like to glue. Huh. The things you learn. That edge doesn't want to stay down. And I don't know why. Well, let us call this a hot start on a junkadori art journal, and we will see how far we get It is a race to see whether or not we finish this journal before the glue arrives, which happens first. I'm kind of hoping that the glue, I was hot to trot to make sure that the glue would get here as fast as possible. And now we can use horse and buggy to get it here for all the time that I want it to take now. So anyways, there we are. Thank you as always for joining me for all of the stuff that I get up to. It's always so nice to have somebody to talk to. I really appreciate it. Drop a comment below. Feel free to play along if you want to just give this a try. Lots of fun. Like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Bye now.